Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the Joint with Ayatollah here early in the morning. Um, so, I just want to let everybody know this shit was supposed to be up Thursday morning at the latest. Um, shit was supposed to be up Thursday morning at the latest. I watched Dynamite, but I didn't watch Dynamite um, live. Um, my, we had a storm come through Florida, knocked out the internet. uh, And so I was down, couldn't do nothing. So I didn't watch Dynamite till late Wednesday night. I didn't digest it until Thursday. Um, I was supposed to go live Thursday afternoon. That didn't happen. I wanted to go live after SmackDown with after Cheaty did Smack Talk. But I ended up catching a little bit of Rampage, which kind of enhance what I wanted to speak about with AEW. First and foremost, man, Forbidden Door is Sunday, and it don't feel like it for me. Um, the build for the show hasn't been the best for me. I'm not gonna kill everything, but it hasn't moved the needle enough for me, man. I'm gonna be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? Um, but let's just get into the review of AEW. First and foremost, let's talk about Dynamite. Dynamite was in Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, it was very Daniel Garcia centric. You know what I'm saying? I'm not upset about that by all means. Um, but I will say this: I was confused at the direction. They kind of put Danny like the week before last. Uh, he had got saved by MJF. He also then subsequently got saved by Will Ospreay. And at the end of that, Ospreay and Daniel Garcia had the little, hand raising and everything like that. So that was 2 weeks ago, last week. This week, MJF comes out, start the show, and as he's getting ready to speak, Daniel Garcia comes out and erupts to a hometown welcome, and it was really received well. And I will say the segment went pretty long, but as Daniel Garcia was in the ring with MJF, that was the biggest thing that could happen for Daniel Garcia, right? I think that was a fantastic look for Daniel Garcia. And at the end of the exchange, Red Death, Daniel Garcia got challenged by MJF for Wembley Stadium, which I think is going to be an amazing, amazing match. Um, but before that segment could end, well, Ospreay came out. That shit go hard. The crowd pops to it a lot. You know what I'm saying? So Will Ospreay came out and bruv, he won up MJF and told Dan Garcia, I appreciate the way you approach me, bruv. I appreciate the way you do business, bruv. So with that being said, next week on Dynamite, I'm gonna put this international championship and if I'm so lucky, the AEW World Championship. And Dan Garcia, you got you a winner takes all the gold match next week. That's pretty exciting. Knowing that Will Ospreay is not going to be Swerve at Forbidden Door, I'll put the house on it. The house I'm in right now. I'll put the house up on Swerve not losing to Will Ospreay. And before I go any further, hope I'm not speaking out of term. I don't think I am. Shout out to Swerve. I was able to spend a little monicum of time with him last weekend for our homie Monteezy's birthday slash album release party. So it was dope to kind of just see Swerve one more time. I has told him again how proud I am of him. You know what I'm saying? Like Swerve was the first um Swerve was the first wrestler to kind of give me and my homie CT a chance down here in Florida as far as like doing any type of work. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of establishing ourselves, our brand and everything like that. And that's off the work I was doing at MLW. You know, I saw Swerve grow. He became world heavyweight champion, the revitalized world heavyweight champion of MLW when they restarted in 2018. I was there for that. You know what I'm saying? I was actually there when he came into the locker room. We did tapings at I think it was the Clarion Hotel out here in Orlando at the time. And, you know, shout out to Greeny, Alex Greeny. Shout out to Bruce Pritchard. I worked with Bruce Pritchard. Um, Court, I got to give Court love. Um, but those tapings showed me a lot about Shane Swerve Strickland and his dedication to his craft. So fast forwarding to when I see him this weekend at Monteezy's joint. If y'all see the hat cropped out next to Ariel Swole, y'all know who this is. You know what I'm saying? Just know that we always around, man. You know what I'm saying? We always around. So I got to see Swerve and just congratulate him, tell him how proud I am, man to man, of his maturation and his growth and what he's doing, man. He was MLW's champion. He brought black people there. He brought me there and everything like that. I was watching the show. I told my homies, I showed my homies back home. I'm like, yo, this nigga come out the Shaka Khan and they be rocking. You know what I'm saying? So and that was the first piece of something I was able to show my family and be like, yo, this move to Florida was worth it. Like I'm doing what I said that I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say, man, it was great to see Swerve. Saw EJ. Shout out to the homie Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I worked with Snoop back in the you know what I'm saying? Dave LaGreca was there. You know what I mean? Like it was shout out to Shane Taylor. It was a beautiful love affair with a homie Monteezy. And I'm not speaking out of school. I won't say anything, but I will say that seeing Swerve in Wembley is going to be amazing. And that's why I spoke on what I just said. That's why I said I don't believe Ospreay is going to beat him at Forbidden Door. Right. I just believe that the momentum and the strength of Swerve right now and his drawing power is just phenomenal right now. Speaking of that, he got a collaboration with Wes. I think those might have been exclusives. I'm not going. I don't know if they're on the shop. I don't know if they're available or anything like that. But he got merch with West Side Gun, Daniel Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really influential. You know what I mean? So I think Swerve got a lot of left in the tank as AEW World Champion, and he gotta have a lot of left in the tank because I don't want to see him drop the title until it is Swerve Adam Hangman Page with some real deal um animosity around it like that. I mean, the animosity they had. I guess you can have more animosity than you already had with a nigga drinking a nigga blood. You feel me? But I think that world championship's gonna bring something out of both of them that I have probably yet to see. Um, so that's why I'm so adamant about Swerve maintaining his championship at Forbidden Door. But if Osprey losing does nothing for him, right? It doesn't, it doesn't hurt him at all. Still walks out with a championship. And Osprey fighting underneath. The crowd loves him. The crowd are super behind him. him without a title, scratching and clawing. I believe Osprey and MJF should be next. Osprey and MJF um, after Wembley. I probably should be their fall program. Hopefully that is how they're going with it. Osprey MJF has um, had more than a couple interactions. MJF's first promo back, he mentions the top three names: Swerve, Okada, Osprey. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming he named those three because all three of them have titles. Um, so Osprey MJF has to happen. Swerve Adam Hangman Page has to happen. And I'm excited for that. So before I have them doing, I just want to let everybody know that's the reason why I wore the hat. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all been seeing Swerve getting these reposts and reposts with TZ and Anthony King and Rich Lotta and all the homies there. You know what I'm saying? Snow, Reasonable Wrestling was in the building. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward with Dynamite. Um, it wasn't really a fantastic show. Um, uh, I'm not gonna. I think the best part of there's a few, man. I think the Danny Garcia MJF beginning of the segment was. I mean, beginning of the night was dope. Kyle O'Reilly versus Zack Sabre Jr. was fantastic. Um, Jay White versus Ray Phoenix was a really good match. Um, Jay White's picking up steam, man. Jay White's picking up steam. The Catalyst. Um, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I like Jay White. I like the Bang Bang Gang. Again, what confused me after Jay White beating Ray Phoenix is Christian Cage and the guys came out. And I don't know what the that's about, right? I have no idea why the patriarchy came out to fuck with the Bang Bang Gang. And to me, that just signifies one's coming down, one's going up. That's just how I look at it. Christian Cage holding the TNT title the way he did, fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship, which he did. Now in a trios jaunt that just sparked out of nowhere for me. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of six mans, the Acclaim came out and talked their shit. And with that being said, the Elite came out. Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Okada came out and challenged them, or a challenge was made for Forbidden Door 6 man. The Acclaim got a surprise fucking opponent, Ace. What? He came up and did a video package. It was like, Okada, your most long-standing and fearful rival will return. And it was some Japanese anime type shit. And it was like, I see you, Scissor Ace. Yeah, it was fire. You know what I mean? So Acclaim, the Acclaim found them a partner, which I guess is a running theme with AEW. Excuse me. I just woke up, so the first thing I did was hop on here because I want to be debt free when I get on Madden later on. So I would say realistically, people trying to find uh, um, members for their 6 man, because again, Jericho came out and Jericho the learning tree, that bullshit angle. It looks like Brian Keith is hurt legitimately. And so he can't wrestle in the 6 man. That would have been a great payday for him. That would have been a great look for him. That would have been a great situation for Brian Keith. But unfortunately, he's not healthy. So Jericho tried to reach out to Manira Suzuki, and that nigga said, "Fuck you. I'm not joining you with this bullshit." You know what I'm saying? So it left him short because they supposed to wrestle Shibata, Hook, and Samoa Joe. Come to find out, that's why I watched Rampage. Come to find out, Jeff Cobb, he pulling up. Jeff Cobb pulling up to be the third in this joint. So it's gonna be Jeff Cobb, Big Bill, Chris Jericho versus aforementioned Shibata, Hook, Samoa Joe, after Ben Door, and the other 6 man after Ben Door is gonna be Hiroshi Tanahashi, and the Acclaim versus the Elite, the Bucks and Okada. So that kind of puts a bow on those things, which I'm okay with. Like again, it helped Dynamite kind of move along. It was a great mix of action and talking. Um, it's a great blend of action and talking on this episode of Dynamite. Also, speaking of things that happen, Bucks and them said that there's going to be a mystery opponent. I don't know if anybody saw the Jeff Jarrett promo that me and Chidi had spoke about, but the Jeff Jarrett promo that he cut last week on Collision was very introspective, I won't even say entertaining. It was engaging. I became to empathize with Jeff Jarrett as he talked about his friendship and his brotherhood and his relationship and the hurt of Owen Hart and how important it was to be in this Owen Hart tournament. I bring that up to say this: as the Bucks came out, they said there would be a wild card opponent. There would be a wild card opponent in this tournament, and um, if you win the Owen Hart tournament, you'll get a championship match at Wembley. Hello, paging Adam Page. Hello, paging Adam Page. Adam Page, bro. You gotta come back. You gotta beat Jeff Jarrett. You gotta come back. You gotta beat whoever I think is Penta or Phoenix or Pac. One of them Death Trial niggas. You gotta beat them. Jay White, Adam Page in the finals would be amazing for me. I'd be pretty okay with that. And Adam Page has to win All Heart Championship. I mean, All Heart Tournament. He has to win the All Heart Tournament. He has to punch his ticket. He has to punch his ticket. Uh, hello, Page and Dr. Greenfields. What is happening with it? Um, he has to win the tournament, and therefore, like I said, this sets up Page and Swerve at Wembley. I believe that to me, it may not be the biggest story, but AEW can make that. They've done it before. They can make that the biggest story. They can make that for the championship, and that can drive you to Wembley. That would drive me to pay for the pay per view. That would do all types of things to check off boxes for me. Swerve Adam Hangman Page for the top title with the Elite backing him. I think that can be a time where Swerve possibly can drop it if things are getting a little bit out of stale. I mean, out of whack with him or stale. Or we did see Ospreay have a little bit of a. Ospreay's over, guys. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Ospreay is over. So as Ospreay comes out, you know what I'm saying. As Ospreay comes out, for the um, main event, they had a tag match. It was Ospreay and Swerve versus the Gates of Agony. Um, Ospreay gets a crazy pop. You know what I'm saying? Gets an amazing pop. So Prince, that can play into a lot of things, man. Um, they have amazing chemistry. Of course, if you've seen them wrestle, I think it was Progress, if I'm not mistaken. But they've grown so much since then. They've learned so much since then. They've become more of themselves since then. It's not just let me do this, let me do this, let me do this. They've learned how to carry a storyline, carry a promo, carry a promotion, right? All of those things make them into the superstars that they are right now. So I just want to say, man, Swerve and Ospreay should be a great match. It should be a fantastic match. But Swerve and Ospreay should not go any other direction but Swerve going over. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why Osprey should hold two titles at the end of the night. When we know Mercedes, she's gonna win two titles. You know what I'm saying? I wholeheartedly believe that Mercedes Monet will gain the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, the championship that was created for her. Everybody else didn't have, including my baby girl Willow. Everybody who has been holding that has just been buying time. Period. Mercedes is box office, her being able to go to Mexico, Japan, when she goes to Wembley. That means her going to Indy. You know what I'm saying? Two titles on their strap. Oh, wait, Sadie's a switch hitter now? Okay. Send the video, like Anthony Edwards said. You know what I'm saying? Let's send the video. You feel me? Nah, man, I think Sadie's gonna win both belts, or win the new and hold up two belts. So you can't do that twice. We saw, not to bring up WWE and AEW talk, but we saw it in Glasgow, right? You know, they let um Alba Fire and Isla Dawn walk out with the title. So that means Piper couldn't leave with one. That means Drew couldn't leave with one. They did it really creatively. So hopefully we'll be able to get that same type of situation with Bendor. Again, I'm not really that excited. Maybe I would say the back half of it, possibly. The card is long, but it's not as strong as it can be. I'm not really too excited about the TNT ladder match, unfortunately. I already know Timeless Tony Storm is going to win her championship match. I'm definitely not intrigued about MJF and Hachicharo, or Zack Sabre Jr. versus Orange Cassidy, or the Learning Tree versus Samoa Joe. So those are one, two, three, four, five. Those are five matches off the ring that I can like care less about at all. You feel me? So with that being said, you know, Moxley versus Tetsuya Naito, that's gonna be an amazing physical match. Again, the aforementioned Mercedes Monet versus Stephanie Vakir, the Elite versus Scissor Ace. I will be intrigued to see Tanahashi and Okada in the AEW ring, AEW promotion. I mean AEW production. It sometimes, you know, Japan be having shit a little bit dark and dim and grim and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So to see them under some bright lights, you know, to see them under a big kind of quote unquote production, I think that would be amazing to see both of them. So I'm excited to see that. I'm not, you know, um, Danielson and Shingo will be the Owen Hart tournament match on the card that I see, and we got Swerve and Osprey. So I mean, you know, the card is the card. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make too much about, you know, what it is and what it ain't. But what I am going to say is that this doesn't make me pay. Again, um, Wembley has a chance for sure, to make me pay for the show. I think they have tremendous opportunity to do something fantastic. You know, with that show, I know that show is. I'm just. I'm going. I'm kind of like, you know, before you know there is a Wembley, they're gonna have a whole damn near 2 months. You feel me? Like this pay per view right now is taking June 30th. All in at Wembley is August 25th. You feel me? So like they have cra- crazy amount of time to build something special. off the request. You feel me? Off the request. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, man. I think for the most part that they have an ability, they have a window to really rein in television, rein in these storylines, start anew, start fresh. We've seen that MJF is back. He's one of the best promos, one of the best, wrestlers, one of the best presentations on the roster. Um, there's no need to kind of waste him like we cut, like we have in the past month. He's been back. I think him being involved with Roosh and now Hechicero does nothing for anybody. Roosh doesn't get a bump for being with MJF. Hechicero doesn't get a bump for being the MJF. And all those two big, heavy hitting motherfuckers do is put some hurting on MJF. That's all. You know what I mean? So it doesn't necessarily preserve your star, and it doesn't necessarily elevate your star, and it doesn't necessarily help those other competitors that is involved with your star. So I can't wait to see what they do from now to Wembley. If it is going to be Daniel Garcia and MJF, if we can build that with a championship, the international championship, that would be amazing. That could just add on to the accolades of MJF if he happens to win it. Or this would be a great catapulting win for Daniel Garcia if he's able to beat MJF at the biggest show. And at the biggest show of All In is starting to be what, WrestleMania? Is All In the WrestleMania or All Out the WrestleMania? Either or is probably the biggest show of the company's calendar. And if Daniel Garcia can get the win over MJF, that would be amazing. What else? I don't know. I don't know what else I have. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Well, tap in on Sunday. I don't know if I'm pretty sure we'll do a preview show. I don't know if we'll do a review show. It all depends on how the show kind of, fancies itself out. Usually, AEW shows run long. And Monday is a busy day for your boy. Both my kids start school on Monday, so I gotta get up uber early. So I thought I'd be staying up late watching a show that I kind of, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you though. I gotta stay up and see Swerve and Osprey. So, I'll be up. I don't know if y'all see me, but I'll be up. Shit, I'm about to wrap this up right now. Where we at 8:50? Bet. Drink what I told him, man. I'm about to play some man while these niggas asleep. Peace.